Okay, so real talk. Most streams, I'm slowly getting tired, and it's like I'm about to fall asleep. This stream, I'm slowly waking up. Yeah, so I meant to stream about an hour ago, but I got home from work, and I was very tired. I just ended up, like, passing out, falling asleep, and then I woke up and I'm like, fuck, it's 11:40. If I don't start streaming in like 20 minutes, I won't get to stream. And I really want to stream. So, and it's funny because right before I passed out, I had beaten, it's a random-ass GDDP medium demon. This level's fake as fuck. It barely exists. It's called a Guy. G-Y. Yeah, I don't know. But, I, like, just rushed the upload of that so I could just get that out and then go live. Yeah, so if I seem a little wacky and tired, that's why. But I definitely wanted to stream because I have a very important thing to do this stream, and that's, I believe, the next Circles level we have to play, because we did the Invisible Light as the last one on stream. Which means, I believe... Yeah, because I haven't beaten another Circles, I haven't beaten Quasar, is the S silent? I don't know. Yeah, so we're on to Blacklight by Pan. Which is important, because this is currently the hardest one we have. And then after we do this, the hardest one, I believe, is Broken Reality. Hello Sharp, hello Cartoonist Gamer, hello DJ Fusion, hello Doge Ace. Wow, I could not pronounce your name. I am so sorry. Hello Joby Does Stuff. Hello JJ123. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, so if I can quickly show you guys where the Rebeat arc is at right now. Including everything. I have PG Club Step, which is Gauntlet series, so I'm putting it off until I get there in the Gauntlet series. Death Step by Funny Game, which is Gauntlet series, so I'm putting it off because that's for the Gauntlet series. Blacklight by Pan, which we're about to beat. Hexagon Force V2 by Neptune, which is I just realized I've been saying the Gauntlet series. No, these are the Map Pack series. That's what I meant to say. Yeah, PG Club Step and Death Step are the Map Pack series. Hexagon Force V2 are the Map Packs. I think Windings is the Map Packs. Doorway Chooseway 4 is a Secret Way level. Broken Reality by Alphanetic is a 9 Circles level. We're going to do that after Blacklight. And then there's Mountain King by Funny Game, which is, Mountain King by Funny Game. So, that's, like, beating the Circles levels is, like, priority right now to catch up on them. That and, Geode... Honestly, maybe not Geode. Maybe I should just, because I showcase on Windows and play on Linux, because I can take advantage of GPU hardware acceleration that way. So maybe over on Windows I should just, like, downpatch GD to 2.207, just so that I can record showcases with Silicate. That might be what I have to do. Dude, playing GD without Geode definitely feels like going through withdrawal. We are so spoiled. Thing is I already only play with cosmetic stuff and was already moving away from Mega Hack, and all the stuff I used Mega Hack for was added into 2.208, so it doesn't really affect me the way it seems to be literally everyone else. So here's the thing, and I haven't done this a lot on stream, but in this level's case specifically, I'm gonna actually pull up my old completion of Blacklight, and I'm gonna do that for a reason. So, the thing about Blacklight, right, is... Let me figure out where this was. Yeah, I fluked Blacklight originally from 33. And I remember fucking hating this level and every goddamn percentage of it up until the moment of I fluked it, in which I got this wave of relief. And because of that, I'm really worried about rebeating this one. Because I have no idea how this is going to go. I don't even remember why I hate it. I don't remember the gameplay. So, we'll find out. Okay, I'm starting to understand why I might have hated this. Holy shit, that's an annoying amount of fakes for the beginning of the level. Hello, Helta. Oh yeah, this is one of the ugliest 9 Circles levels. I do remember the effect, and it's pretty abysmal. I mean, I'll give them this. It's 2.0, and 2.0 Circles levels all looked the same. Because they just looked like 1.9 Circles levels that were trying too hard. So, at least they were trying something new, but Jesus Christ, man. The fuck? Oh, then you gotta go up. Ew. Why does it do the head rush thing? Why the fuck does it do the head rush thing? I mean, at least it's kind of unique. Yeah. Hey, NC Logic. Okay, at least it only requires one. Also, wow. Okay, so it's really hard to show this because I can't hide the pause menu, but because the because the coin is so tiny, you can actually hit the teleport portal and miss the coin. I know that I can't pick it up because I don't have the Geode mod, but, like, I'm pretty sure you can still miss that. Okay. Coins that warp you back to the regular path piss me off. Dude, they were everywhere in 2.0. Okay, so at least the head rush clicks, as I'm gonna call it, at least in this level, it's only one click. Yeah, whenever I see a Circles level spam gravity portals like that, I'm just gonna call it the head rush portals. Oh my fucking god, dude. I I need to remember that the hitbox is a little bit into the gravity portal. For some reason, I'm struggling with the release, though. Okay, yeah, we're just not grabbing any of the coins, because the second one, the click pattern is worse. That one, there's a fucking hitbox on one of the slopes. I gotta remember to go up there. Hey, Frostwave. Yeah, so this level, what I'm worried about most with it, Frostwave, since you weren't here, I'll, like, say it again. Originally when I played this, I didn't even remember what the gameplay was like, but I remembered when I originally beat this, which wasn't too long ago, I remembered thinking this was some of the worst Circles level gameplay I've touched, but then also right after thinking that, fluking it from 33, and getting, like, the biggest fucking sigh of relief. And here I am playing it again. Yeah. Yeah, this probably looks horrendous on stream. I also remember that... Okay, it's actually coming back to me a little bit. I actually want to check the stream because of what I'm about to say, too. Give me 1 second. I'm curious now. Yeah, you might hear the stream through the stream. Bear with me. Oh god, why did it start all the way back at the beginning? Ow. Some of the worst Circles level gameplay I've touched. But then also, right after thinking that, fluking it... Okay, this looks alright. From 33, and getting, like, the biggest... The bitrate's not the best, but it's definitely better than the old one. Okay, so basically, originally, and it's, like, slowly coming back to me, originally when I beat this, I think I had switched from showcasing from CPU to GPU, like, freshly switched. And because of that, I didn't have the bitrate set up correctly, because I had CPU bitrate settings set up for my GPU. And so, like, if you go to the monthly Demon Completions episode where I beat this and another Demon Completion, I believe, look fucking horrible. And I remember being really upset that that happened with this one, because this level's so ugly to begin with. That having a bad bitrate, like, legitimately made it unwatchable. I can't tell if the coin route is, more open or not, because of the way it moves. Because I'm still deciding whether or not going for it is easier. This looks like if Sir Punj did not understand shading. Because, like, the effects are good, but, like, everything is the same goddamn shade of yellow. It's like if you layered every effect from Verity and Gold Temple on top of each other. It's like Verity, Gold Temple, and Sonic Wave, was it Rebirth? That's the one Sir Punch made, I think? Yeah, it's like if you combined all three of those, but then made every single color yellow. Can I do the swag route? Yeah, let's go, and I died immediately. Damn it. I think the reason I have such a hard time being even generous to this is the fact that this came out after Quasar, and Quasar looks so fucking good even to this day. Oh, that's great. Okay. Yeah, to think, chat, everything I did, well, or not everything I did, everything I'm doing in this run right now would have been part of the fluke. So I did all of this in one attempt when I got to it from zero. Like, no wonder I don't remember this level. Hey, probably taken. Like, I didn't really consider it, because percentage-wise, it doesn't live up to, like, Neo Zenith Fluke from 0, or Time Plus Tragedy Fluke from 9, right? But really thinking about just how much level was skipped here, this might have actually been one of my bigger flukes. You know what, chat? Let's take a look at the Lag Killer 1000 as the level call, or the Lag Killer 50 as the level calls it. What the fuck? Why does it feel like sometimes I just get a shit ton of input delay? What's going on? What the fuck was that? All of a sudden I got less input delay? Like, my input delay feels like it's organically changing. Mouse wear down symptoms? I hope it's not. I hope my G502, or not G502, what the fuck am I saying? I hope my SEO device isn't wearing down. It could also just be me, though. I could just be, like, mistiming it and really feeling like I'm not. Okay, I've decided going for that coin is, in fact, better. As I don't do it well. Because I have it in my muscle memory to not go for it now. Damn it. Well, I don't want to die like that over and over. That's the problem. I keep fucking forgetting to go up, dude. Oh my god. I hate portal clicks so much. Man. I thought I had another energy drink. Oh, I do. Okay. Apparently I fell asleep with it in bed with me. So it was like wrapped in my blanket. How the fuck did I do that? Okay. Nothing is scary, cuddling his monster energy to sleep. Somebody draw that. Alright, let's play from 0. Through the wall, and then one click, and then through another wall. And then through the next wall. Got it. So it's alternating between walls. I'm just going through all the walls. So this is no clip circles. Space UK would really like this one. The fuck is this pre-drop? It's peak! I won't take any black light slander. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh my god. I don't know if I can repeat what you just said in chat, but that is really funny. Okay. Jesus Christ. Oh my fucking god, dude. And then the ball spam, which is going crazy. What the fuck? I gotta go into practice because that ball. I legitimately do not know what the fuck I'm supposed to do there. Okay, so it's blue, purple, green. So it's the first three. Just skip the blue and then click inside the portal. And then... Alright, so there's only 2 orbs here that I miss. It's the first blue orb. Oh, there's 3. Okay. Alright. No! Okay. Well, that's fine. We made it to the wave. And I feel some consistency coming on. I'm fucking stupid. I still feel consistent. That was just a dumb death. Can I stop? Can I stop? Jesus Christ. Fuck happened there? Did I hit the yellow orb? Okay. God, this pre-drop is so ass. I'll give it this, though. At least it's short. Like, this level has the courtesy to just throw you into the wave, which is something I like in Circles levels. Oh my fucking god. Why would you put a timing inside of a fake? I don't... Apparently I can survive if I don't flip gravity. Okay. I'm still not gonna bank on that, but that can happen. How the fuck did I just do that? With how fucked up this pre-drop is, though, I definitely see how I fluked it before. Oh my god. Why? That ship, dude. Those green orbs are the worst fucking clicks I've seen in a Circles pre-drop. Oh my fucking god, dude. I missed the pad? Oh, fucking god, bro. And of course, I forgot to click the jump ring that you can totally see inside of the cube portal. I bet there's people in chat right now that didn't know that the orb I was clicking was a yellow orb inside of the cube portal. They probably just didn't realize that. They probably thought I was somehow, like, not flipping gravity off the blue orb or something. Because it really does just not look like you can click there. Okay. Honestly, though, I'm kind of glad I didn't fluke this for a second time, because, like, I'd like to form an opinion on the level, you know? Great. I love that yellow orb. I also have to love fucking having to adjust to go down in, like, an arch to go around that saw. Everything about this pre-drop is fan-fucking-tastic. No issues here. God, this is so fucking terrible. Like, if I could get to the wave consistently, this wouldn't be an issue. But every death to the wave is so painful because then I'm sent back to pre-drop purgatory. Yep, makes sense. Yeah, this song is fucking annoying, I'm not gonna lie, NC Logic. Which is kind of sad, because the second half of the song, the part that Invisible Light uses, is, like, actually pretty good. Fuck! John and Scary. I'm gonna lose my fucking mind, dude. Your instinct is to hold for a really long time off that yellow orb, because you have to hold it. But it's a very specific short hold that you're led into. Fuck off. You have to do a release and then an immediate click to adjust and go straight in that ship portal. Because there's a fucking wall on the top and bottom of the screen. So I tried to do that, but I just released a little bit too early and went right into the slope. Wow, imagine if I beat it the attempt I arrived. It could have happened. What? The fuck do you mean? I think my save just double-clicked there. Thank God. Man. That was not fun. 471. Alright, yeah. No hate for making an NC. That's not the reason I hate the level, don't worry. Wow. That was... I agree, Joe Beatty. That was cheeks. Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, this is gonna get pretty low scores. Why did I give this a 90 for song rep? This does not deserve that. Gets maybe a 50. A flat 50 for song rep. Deco is gonna get a... okay, I'll give it the credit that it tried something new. I'll give it a 26 for Deco. Gameplay quality... a 31. A from 0 of 20. Consistency... 80 because the wave is consistent. Yeah. That works. Okay, let's see. What's next? Oh. Huh. This is the last of the 2.0 ones, apparently. Great. Well, on the bright side, I did learn something that makes this a lot more tolerable. Alright. Yeah, here it is. Basically, there's a... on Song File Hub, you can get the song without the lyrics, so I could just take the song and remove Donald Trump. Just like the US should remove Donald Trump from all... yeah. Alright. The fuck? Why does this ship feel so wrong now? Must be because of CBS. Might make that part play weirder. Alright. I just gotta practice the first wave. Alright, I think I'm good. Let me see. I'm gonna collect the LDM in the hopes that it makes the first wave easier to see. This level feels so fucking outdated. For obvious reasons, but like... Okay, chat, I gotta tell you. The LDM makes the waves easier to see, alright. But yeah, fucking, thing is, right, I've been on this big journey to listen to artists and, music artists, and I've been ranking them on a spreadsheet that I will end up releasing at some point, so you'll be able to see what I've been listening to. But basically, I've been trying to broaden my tastes and listen to more music. And so I put, like, a shit ton of artists onto a wheel. And I spin that wheel, and whatever artist I land on, I have to listen to their entire discography. And I'll say, there have been many ups and downs. Like, I had to listen to the entirety of Avenged Sevenfold's discography, which was interesting. I had to listen to the entirety of Eminem's discography, which was interesting. And I had to listen to the entirety of KSI's discography, which made me want to kill myself. But the most recent thing I rolled, like the thing I'm going through right now, is JPEG Mafia. And I've been enjoying it so far. JPEG Mafia's discography is pretty solid, as far as I can tell. But where I'm going with this is, JPEG Mafia has a song that is, like, so fucking horribly dated, because the song is called, like, I don't remember exactly, but it's called something along the lines of, like, Not Gonna Lie, I Might Vote for Trump. That's the name of the song. Which, you know, now, considering how the first two albums have gone, the song, because I haven't heard it yet, could be making fun of and critiquing people who voted for Trump. I don't know. I haven't listened to it, so maybe. The name could be satire, because this is the same artist that has a song called I Wipe My Ass with the Conservative Flag. So, like, you know. But it's still just like, I saw that and I'm like, wow, that's really outdated. In general, when I see anything people posted, like anything, it doesn't matter if it's pro or against, when I see any post about Donald Trump from 2016 specifically, it's almost always like it is not aged well at all. Who names their song that? JPEG Mafia, if you're not familiar with them, that's very in character for them. When I was getting into JPEG Mafia, the first thing a friend of mine said when I rolled them on the wheel was, you like Death Grips, you're gonna like JPEG. And, I mean, they're not wrong so far. How the fuck did I hit the yellow orb there, dude? reminds me of the Undertale OST. Wait, what? Yeah, no, that's exactly what it was like, NC Logic. It's like, back in 2016, it's like, haha, look at the weird, racist president, let's make fun of him because he was a bad person. But nowadays, politically, it's so fucking serious that it's like, maybe making jokes isn't, like, this might be not be the right time to make jokes. Unless you don't live in the US, because then making fun of him makes a lot of sense. Okay, yeah, the LDM helps a lot. Yeah, I can't wait for it to happen either. Somebody needs to do it. What level is after this? Honestly, I'm not sure, but I know this is the last one I have in 2.0. You know what the funniest part about this is, chat? For whatever reason, when I think of Riot's completions, for whatever reason, this is the first one that comes to mind. I don't know why, I just have memories of, like, going to Riot's channel, and, like, vividly, I remember this was one of the first ones I saw, like, scrolling through his channel every fucking time. Hey, Karma L. I've been considering privating my video at this level because I keep thinking about how in the future seeing a level like this would be like seeing a level called Hitler Circles. Dude, it's so weird. Like, I think what fucks me up the most about this level, right? And this is the thing that I will never... Yeah, I'd probably make Carmel mod. Let me do that. Add as moderator. There you go. But anyway, I think the thing that fucks me up the most about this level, and it's like the one thing, because I'm one of those people that, like, really wants to see a lot of unrated levels rated, right? Like, I'm constantly like, man, Rob Top, you should rate Bullseye by Novel Boy, right? For some reason, that's, like, the level I stand. Everyone has one level that they specifically stand getting rated. I really want Bullseye by Novel Boy rated. But... yeah, like, being that kind of person, it fucks me up that this is rated and Biden Circles isn't. And it's not for political reasons necessarily. Like, I'm not like, oh man, one's better because one's a better president. I'm not gonna get political about it. More so, I find it strange that, because I don't know if this has ever been confirmed, but the reason everyone has given me is that Rob doesn't want to be political, and therefore doesn't want to rate, Biden Circles. But, like, if that's the case, why rate Trump Circles? Like, I feel like this is way more controversial than the funny hairy legs level, you know? So, I don't know, just weird. It's one of those things that's, like, always sat in the back of my mind, because it's like, I don't know. And like, keep in mind, I'm not claiming that Rob's making a political statement. Rob lives in Sweden. He could give a fuck less about, US politics. It's just, you know. Back then, he was way more memeable than now. I mean, that's fair. That's very fair. God, I don't know why I'm so bad at that yellow orb timing. I know the way you, or, the blue orb, I even said yellow orb. I know the way you lead into it is by clicking the green orb late, but that really messes me up. I still, like, I don't know why, but I have these sort of, like, GD level checkpoints in my head. So, like, certain levels, I associate with certain creators even though they didn't make it, because I remember watching their completion of it, and they were, like, the completion I was aware of, right? Like, I associate Wild West by Dansman with Andromeda, because I remember watching Andromeda's completion of Wild West on a school computer. And I just have that. Like, I associate, Michigan with, Deadlocked Alpha. That's a big one. It's easy to forget most of us don't take his run for presidency seriously before he won the election, so stuff like this was just funny. It's slightly messed up. Yeah, it's like... I think the joke from South Park was, we thought it was funny. We just thought it was funny. We didn't think he'd win. By the time we were all like, yeah, alright guys, it's time to get serious, he was already in office. Yeah. Thing is, too, is whenever topics like this come up, I try to be apolitical. Right? I try not to talk about politics. But politics are getting so invasive in everyday life that it feels like it's almost impossible not to talk about them because they directly affect you, right? Like, I have a lot of trans friends that are constantly like, man, I think I'm gonna move out of the US. And I'm like, you know what? Fair enough. Because, like, they're scared. And, again, fair enough. And, you know, I see stuff like that, and it's very hard for me to not have a political opinion. I have to say something, because it's like... It all comes back to the whole, like, you know, like... Yeah, really, like, I know some people really hate this, but it's like trying to be apolitical when Hitler's running for office, you know what I mean? It's like, at a certain point... I don't know. It sucks. It really does, because it's like politics are forcing you to talk about them. And I think, like, the one thing I'm still able to be apolitical with is I will never, like, get mad at someone for who they support, just so long as they're not supporting harmful actions. Because it's like, I know some people who are just fucking stupid, right? And that's why they believe the political things they believe, and it's like, at a certain point, they're just fucking stupid, so it's harmless, right? They're not gonna have any influence, and it's either that, or, like, it's the old thing of, like, they believe a political ideology because they don't believe in the political ideology, they just believe in, like, one facet of it. Like, I know a lot of people are right-wing because they want lower taxes, I guess. And, like, I don't agree with that, because usually right-wing stuff ends up leading to higher taxes, but that does happen. So, you know, I'm just never gonna judge someone the moment I hear their politics, but at the same time, like, I'll be weary, and I'll immediately trust people less, and I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna, like, keep a close eye on you, you know? Because you never know. I don't know. I'm very conflicted on how I feel about that, but I think it's just like... I think it's very realistic that someone will have bad politics, and then years later they'll just look back at it and be like, ooh, why did I... You know what I mean? So I just try not to hold it over their head. Especially in my community, because I know a lot of people in my community are young, and the problem with that is, like, if someone comes up to me and they're like, yeah, I'm a Trump supporter, right? The first thought in my head is, alright, so what did your parents tell you? Like, that's the first thing I always think, is like, alright, you have conservative parents. That means that about 4 or 5 years from now, you're probably just going to end up heavily disagreeing with your own parents politically. It's like, kind of a funny way to put it. It's like being, fuck, what is her name? The hippie girl from American Dad. I can't remember her name. It's like being her. Except, like, you know. I don't know. The problem I have with politics and why I'm like this, I think, is, I feel like, and this is the best I can really say on it, I feel like part of why problems don't get solved, and why people like Trump can gain power, is because of how divided people are, right? And I feel like people have this problem where they will hear someone have a political opinion that they fucking vehemently disagree with, and, like, that's fine if you disagree with it that much, right? But the problem is they'll hear that, they'll disagree with it, and they'll just immediately, and I mean, like, immediately shut the person out and refuse to talk to them. Like, they'll just, like, IRL Twitter block button, you know? And the problem with that is if you don't communicate across the aisle, you'll never have the opportunity to come to compromises and make things better. Because you're never going to agree with everybody, right? There's always going to be people you disagree with, even, like, vehemently, right? And sometimes that disagreement's going to make you think, is this person fucking stupid? But you can't think that way. You have to talk to people, otherwise you will never change things. It's like the most difficult thing about politics. They feed on division. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, too. Nobody, and I mean literally nobody, seems to realize this, but Trump only gained power because of the political division he was able to stoke. He radicalized a fan base and then told them all, hey, don't listen to those other guys, they're out to get you. It's like, Alex Jones selling fucking supplements. Oh my god, did I really just... Isn't radical, like, extreme liberal? I mean, on one side it is, but you can be radical on both sides. The thing is, and I'm aware that saying this openly could get me in hot water, but I align more with, like, socialism and communism than I do most US politics, because I believe in a lot of, like, you know, means of production should be given to the working class kind of stuff, and, like, you know, like, banking circles should not be in charge of the means of production, and banks shouldn't be owned by private companies, and a lot of stuff like that, right? Which, you know, aligns a lot with, like, communism stuff. And, I mean, the whole, like, the working class should have the means of production, that is literally, like, a communism quote. So, you know, it's like, I have that, and so a lot of the times, to me, I look at US politics, and it's like, the US will use labels like right and left and conservative and liberal, but I see terms like neoliberal fascist and right-wing liberal and right-wing conservative. And I see the entirety of the US political spectrum as right-wing. Because people in the US think that they're left-wing, but they're still right-wing. Because a majority of liberals in the US are still authoritarian. They still are pro-government, you know what I mean? They're still pro-police. And by design, that still makes you right-wing. But yeah, a lot of... I mean, I'm not shocked I'm delving into political topics. I'm playing fucking Trump circles. Let me think of a non-political topic here. Honestly, let me just revert back to what I was talking about before. So yeah, you know how I said that I associate certain creators with certain levels? Like Andromeda with Wild West, and, fucking Michigan with Deadlocked Alpha and stuff like that? Karma L, do you want to know the level I associate you with? And you're gonna find this really funny. Fuck, actually, I don't remember the name of it, but there's a certain video on your channel that is always the first video on your channel I think of, and you're gonna get a kick of this. It's probably gonna be the first thing to come up. Oh, never mind, the first thing to come up is the Secret Way interview, apparently. Where is it? Yeah. For some reason, this is the video I associate you with. I don't know why, but this is the first completion that comes to mind for me. This is what I always think of when I think of your channel. And I think of it because you do the funniest wave pattern. Because I don't know if you do this intentionally, but like I've noticed that in a lot of your completions, you do some weird wave movements. And I think, I don't know if you do it intentionally to be funny, or if you're optimizing, like, not clicking a lot, but, like, you'll do, this. And I don't know why, like, it's so mundane, but, like, I see this, and it immediately, it's like, I spam here. I spam. So, seeing someone do these wide sweeps has always just been like, And this is not an extreme example of it. I've seen you do some really funny, wave movements. Yeah, weirdly low CPS ship and wave. Yeah, exactly. That's what yeah. Another one that comes to mind, in that regard, actually, is your verification of, Rearmed. Because there was a Twitter account, well, that's unarmed. Unless it is unarmed that it happens. It's not. I used to use YouTube search. But yeah, there was a Twitter account. I don't know if it still exists, but it was called, something along the lines of, like, Terrifying Waves or something like that. And, it was just clips of people nearly dying in wave sections. And I remember... Oh, Jesus Christ. I remember they tweeted your Rearmed completion because of that. And I've just always thought this was so fucking funny. It's just something I've always known. I don't know if you even, like, remembered that happened, but it's so fucking funny. I was, talking to someone about this in a VC. I think it was actually this morning, funnily enough. But, I have sort of, like, a secret goal, and by saying this, it's not a secret anymore. And I, in a way, kind of alluded to it with the intro to the Karma L tier list, but I have this sort of secret goal to forcefully make myself enjoy every Karma L level. And by that, I just mean, like, I want to go through very extreme lengths to not get frustrated. Like, if I start getting frustrated with the level, I'm gonna, like, completely rethink how I'm playing it instead of just brute force grinding. And I know you might think, oh, that's usually what you go for with every level, like, wouldn't you want to enjoy everything? But no, I mean, like, I will go through every possible length. To the point where that's why I've dropped Lit Fuse for so long, because I'm planning on going for and beating Bloodbath before finishing Lit Fuse, because I was getting frustrated with the duel. Why not do that with other levels? Because it makes it so that it takes multiple years to beat levels sometimes. Like, if I wasn't doing this with Lit Fuse, I would have probably beaten it like a year ago. But I would have also gotten frustrated with Lit Fuse, and I don't want to do that. What do I think of the Falling Up ship gameplay? It's some of the best sync I've ever seen. I don't know how it actually plays. I used to be very bad about this. This is why I shat on my top 1 rankings so much, but I used to be very bad about this, but I try not to speak on gameplay I haven't done or can't do. Right? Like, if I did like a good run on Falling Up in practice, then that'd be a different story, but like, I don't like to agree or disagree with people who say, like, yeah, the duel in Falling Up sucks, because I haven't played it, I wouldn't know. I can say that it's good song rep, because I can just look at it and tell it's good song rep, but, like, I don't know, I can't play it, so why would I... That's why Heartbeat's an S tier, because I can't fucking play it. I've heard that the worst thing about Heartbeat is the gameplay, but that doesn't factor because I can't play it. Falling Up's duel has had a tough existence. 2.1 kind of busted it, and 2.2 kind of fixed it. Thing is, my only complaint with that duel, and the reason I struggle with it so much, and also the reason I'm pretty sure Bloodbath will help me, is, it's the fucking duel bug, where, like, duels make the ship heavier. It's the same reason I can't do Crack's part in the ultimate phase. Just some levels are so affected by that. I don't want to be cringe and be like, you should update your level, because I understand if you don't want to, that's fair. But in my head, like, I've always kind of wanted you to, and granted, I can also understand this breaking the level, so I also understand if you don't, but I've always kind of wanted to see Lit Fuse get updated to use the new ship physics. But I don't know how feasible that would be. I tend to notice that updates, even if they are generally good, piss a lot of people off. Like, recently, an Extreme Demon that was notorious for being, like, one of the worst to play. I forget the name of it. Oh no, it was Under Lava Land, that level. Under Lava Land got a update recently, and it was basically just a nerf date. It removed a bunch of frame perfects. And, people are mad at the update because, oh man, this isn't fair to people who already beat it. But it's like, bro, all this update does is make the level better. It's like getting mad at the Sword Dance update. Like, bro, what the fuck are you doing? I don't believe in tampering with levels past updates unless they're straight up unplayable. Yeah, fair enough. Read chat? I am. I just probably didn't notice your message. Sorry, Moldy Duchess. Let me see. Spikes kill you, don't run... Yeah, no shit. I mean, like, yeah, because obviously, like, you had to update Hungry Humphrey, for example, because of the Dash Orb thing. I'm still so salty about that. Not because it's a fix that I don't get, like, I get why that happened. I'm salty because flipping Dash Orbs to face the other way was, like, irrationally satisfying. Because I did it in one of my own levels, too. Especially for memory levels, like, making Dash Orbs face backwards is a really fun way to build fakes in memory. I gotta say, I think the ending to Instinct is really fucking funny. How you just have to, like, jump and, like, clip into an invisible, line. Because I had to buy, Instinct. I don't remember what I bought it for. I think I just needed a new showcase. And I was fucking dying laughing when I was figuring out that last click. Did you make a genuine layout and just alpha triggered it? Will I reread the chat after stream is over? I mean, I'm just locked in on trying to beat this while talking. I'm glancing over at chat, like, occasionally. Mannix made the whole level, including the gameplay. Okay. I mean, I know that Mannix, because I'm friends with 2 people who beat it, like, recently. And both of them said that there was, like, a yellow orb timing, I think in the 70s, that's, like, really reasonable if you turn on hitboxes, but without it, it's, like, really fucked up and buggy because of the way you memorize it. I don't know about the rest of the level, though. Alright, I'm gonna, like, really lock in, so sorry if I don't read chat. I just want to be done with this. What the fuck am I doing? I think one thing that I find really funny, Karma L, is when you are doing the, like, Contest 3 or whatever, I don't know if anyone else noticed this, but I noticed that you had, like, the channel watermark be the =3 logo. And I don't, like, I might be the only person that is old enough in the GD community to have got that joke. I don't know if anyone else got it, like, genuinely. Fucking Ray William Johnson, dude. I forgot there were spikes there, and I looked over at chat thinking it was an auto part. This is why I could never play a Jonathan GD level on stream. There we go. Oh my god. This is almost as annoying as Trump's presidency. Let's go. Fascism has been defeated. The worst collab level, Oat to Phobos. God damn it. Why? Why? You know what? You didn't make it, you just verified it, so whatever, it's fine. Although now I'm legitimately curious. I'm gonna ask, what are your actual thoughts on Phobos? Like, after all these years. I'll fill out my spreadsheet real quick. What the fuck? How am I copy-pasting? Okay. There we go. Enjoyment 3. I think I still agree with that. In the original Contest 3 announcement, I had the 3 Wiis set up in the background behind me, and was trying to move the camera around to show them, but failed to actually show them. Ah. Okay, Deco. I'm gonna put aside my bias. For 2.0, the level looks pretty good and is themed pretty well. I'll give it an 80. Gameplay quality, a 67. Don't laugh. Gameplay from 0, I'll knock it like literally 1 point because I don't like what that orb click feels like from 0. It's very consistent despite how weird that went. And song rep, Trump Circles is like the only level that used this song well, so yeah, 100. Okay. Moving into the 2.19 Circles levels. Did I do Pulsar? I don't think I did Pulsar. Yeah, I've not beaten Pulsar. Homicide by J-Ghost. Forgot about that level. I've already done Despacito Circles for the Rebeats. Tengu Wind. Ew. 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 Okay. Chat, it's anime circles. I don't say ew because anime. Don't worry. I say ew because this level fucking sucks. I don't even think it's anime. I've been told that calling Toho anime is, like, really cringe. Oh, dear God. Oh, okay, so there's just a wall of them, so I don't have to do anything. Got it. Ah, yes, the humble 4x speed transition. Nice fucking invisible slopes. I clicked a straight fly and I just go, new. Fucking hell. Okay, so I just rest and it'll adjust me. Alright. God, that's so gonna kill me from 0. I'm totally gonna forget. I'm forgetting and I'm not playing from 0. Jesus Christ, that's so unnatural. Oh, and sometimes you just don't land there. Okay, so it's RNG. I kind of agree. I like, there's something really fun about levels that just, they don't give a fuck and they're just building fun gameplay. And then they just, like, I don't know. It's like what I like about 2.0 is that there's so many levels where the decoration just kind of exists because Deco wasn't the focus, the gameplay was. And that's so interesting to me because what results with the Deco is, like, the most bizarre stuff you could imagine. Yeah, so if I remember correctly, it's straight up easier to just skip all of the green orbs here. have to enter... Where am I even entering from there? I guess just stay inside the arrows and I should be okay. The humble jump indicator. Dude, I've grown to really... And this is like a far cry from where I was before, but I've grown to really like hacked verifications. Because they're just so fucked up. Like, the thing is I make a lot of review content. That's, like, my thing. I like to make, videos just, like, analyzing levels from a design and art perspective. And doing that, I've learned that bad levels are my favorite thing. Like, I secretly love every bad level I review. Like... Really fun baseball, got a 0 from me, but I fucking love it because it's such a good review. And I'll take that any day over boring levels. Like, this is like something you guys can keep in mind if you watch any of my reviews, but if I give a level a 5 out of 10, I probably actually think it's worse than a 0 out of 10. Because 0 out of 10s are interesting, 5 out of 10s are fucking boring. Yeah, exactly. I forgot this just fucking ends with Sonic Wave ball clicks. Yeah, Ice Cream by Cyclic is like a really good example of like, it's so fucked up it's good. I don't either. Although, to be fair, I don't know how much you've delved into platformer mode, Karma L, but I have completed every single Easy Demon platformer twice, and the amount of dog shit I've come across that's dog shit in, like, just the right way to where it's entertaining to me, it's so funny. Like, you should look into a level called Drift or Die. Drift or Die is, like, the funniest fucking thing ever because of how horrible it is. That and You Have 86 Seconds is also really funny. You Have 86 Seconds has, like, a very easy-to-cause soft block, and instead of the creator fixing the soft block, they added text at the beginning of the level that says, if you soft lock, you're bad. Which is so fucking stupid, but so funny. Levels that patronize the player like it's somehow the first level they've ever played piss me off so bad. Yeah. I mean, my least favorite thing, okay? And this is something that I think 2.2 has caused to be way more common. But my least favorite things are levels that are 8-star or harder, where every single click is like the most unsight-readable thing in the world, and they put the fucking Band-Aid fix on of every click has a goddamn jump indicator. Like, there's a Gauntlet level called Wild Card, and I think it is one of the worst fucking levels in the Gauntlets because it is unplayable without the jump indicators, and with the jump indicators, it's so fucking boring. But a lot of easy demons do it too, and it's like, I don't know, I am not a jump indicator hater. I think that they have their place, but like, if your level is unplayable without the jump indicators, you probably should rethink your fucking level. Because like, I don't know, I'm trying to remember, but there's an easy demon that really pissed me off in that regard. I think I literally put it in the category of jump indicators. 2.2 jump indicators. Was it virtual reality? Yeah. So it's this shit. The level starts off strong. It's like, oh, okay, it's like a little art level, kind of cartoony. Kind of reminds me, acknowledging that I'm comparing it to the, like, quality of a level made by a bad person. Disregard that. It kind of reminds me of, like, an Amore Ultra level. It's fine. And then it immediately just gives up. Like, the entire level from here on out is just this. And it's like, oh, okay, at least this part's readable and playable. And it thrusts you into this shit. And it's like, this is just fucking click the indicators. That's all this is. It's just click when you see an indicator. And it's so fucking boring. Like, I hate this shit. Because, like, oh, like, we're gonna cover the screen in foreground effects to the point where you can barely see the gameplay. But it's okay because we put an arrow. And then, you know, there's UFO gameplay that boils down to click whenever you see a gravity portal. But then there will always be, like, one gravity portal in that section with a pad. I don't know, man. And I always feel bad shitting on it, because, like, by it, I'm referring to 2.2 levels. I feel bad for shitting on 2.2 levels, because there are some really good ones. But, man, a lot of gameplay sucks in 2.2. I think part of this feeling comes from when I went to beat every 1 to 4 star level in the game, and for a certain period, like, 90% of them had less gameplay going on than Stereo Madness. Dude, the fucking, like, 2 stars being, like, autos with 2 clicks, I think is, like, the saddest thing. Because, like, I remember in, like, early 2.1, just off the cusp of 2.0, getting the full version of the game on my phone and playing it on the school bus on the way to school and just grinding out 2 stars back when I was still struggling with 2 stars because I sucked at the game. And, like, all the levels I was coming across was stuff like, was it Moving Objects by Sumsar, I think? Where it's like a bunch of red objects and it's moving with color triggers. Stuff like that. And it's like, yeah, it's really hard for a 2 star, but it's also interesting and sticks with you. I like Abducted. Abducted is a jump indicator level, but it's one of the few that I can forgive. Although it is weird that 90% of the level is just auto. Like, have you ever looked at Abducted in layout mode? It's really funny. Like, in my showcase of Abducted, I just don't click. I'm actually show this. So, yeah, if you watch this showcase, most of the level just looks like this. Like, I'm not clicking for most of this. I think I do a couple clicks in this part. Yeah, because there's the coin. But, like, if you actually look at Abducted in layout mode, it just looks like this. Well, that part tells you nothing. Yeah, it just looks like this. I do a jump there for the coin. But it's like, most of the gameplay here, like this part you're orbiting around like a little moon, and it doesn't kill you. You could just sit there. And, I mean, Abducted is like a good level and all, but it's like a very obvious example of the problem. I think the reason I can forgive it with Abducted specifically is because it's very clear to me that that level cares a lot about, like, the visuals and the animations, and it's meant to be, like, a spectacle that you're supposed to look at. So to me, it's kind of understandable that it's, like, barely, like, it doesn't really have much gameplay, and it's just, like, you know. At the same time, it having, like, complicated Rafer coins is a decision. Okay, I just gotta click briefly into the ship portal. That's how I get that transition consistent. I kind of love coins that make you do a Call of Duty Zombies Easter egg to get them. That is the best way I've seen anyone ever put that. You gotta fucking do the buried cipher to get the coin, bro. Holy shit. New Geometry Dash coin. Jigsaw just received an update and has coins now. How do you get the coin? You have to saw off your fucking fingers. Good luck, coin grinders. I do like the recent gauntlets more than others. Yeah. I mean, I think I said this in 2.2 years in, but, like, the gauntlets started off so shit, and I think a big reason for that is because Rob was prioritizing, like, very spectacle, like, XL, you know, weirdly not giving a shit about the gameplay levels. Like, outside of the gauntlets by itself, Why Me times 4, I'm just gonna call it to make it come off the tongue easier. Why Me times 4 is like a really cool level. But as a level you're forced to play, it fucking sucks. Ow. I mean, I've heard it got updated to be better, and that's why I'm excited to do it for the Rebeat art, because I'm interested. But that's why I originally hated WannaCry so much, is because the foreground effects were so fucking bright and present that you couldn't see the blue jump orbs at the end. So I just kept dying to the end because I couldn't see. Ow. Almost got the run. Yeah, I really like... I'm really excited to play the random gauntlet. I have gone out of my way not to look at any of the levels, because I'm just gonna beat it at the end of the gauntlet portion of the Rebeat arc. Yeah, it was event level. It was event level, and I don't remember exactly what it was about, but it was something about, like, the creator being afraid that people wouldn't like their levels or something. I don't remember exactly, it's been a while, but all I know is that it was very ironic for Rob to put it in the gauntlets, because, like, it basically, like, proved the vent level correct. Okay, you don't need to click for the last one, apparently. Yeah, of course it's not the level's fault. I might have said event level by mistake. I mean, I'm one of the people that really wanted very certain non-2.2 levels to get mythic. I wanted effect levels that were important to the game's history to get mythic. Like, I remember specifically calling out Death Moon and 9 Circles needing to get mythic. I now know that Rob is not doing that, and only 2.2 levels and onwards can get mythic, but, like, that was something that I really wanted. Yeah, that was something I really wanted. Nelv would have been one. This probably would have gotten Legendary and not Mythic, but I really wanted Of Ambrosia to get it. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I got this run. Let me... I was genuinely excited for the epic rating to get added in 2.1, thinking it would be reserved for levels like Death Moon, like Statue, and I just felt like it got handed out to every few levels. The Humble Danalex level. There's more epics than normal rates. Is that true? In early 2.2, yes. No idea about now. Oh. I mean, I'm surprised by that because of the amount of levels, like, especially extremes, that Rob just gives a star rate to. That release is gonna kill me really bad. I'm having a hard time connecting the wave into 2 runs. I mean, to this day, the hardest gauntlet level is still, No-Wise. Although now the hardest overall gauntlet is the Water Gauntlet, because it's just filled with medium demons. The hardest level in the gauntlets is still No-Wise to this day. And I don't know what gauntlet it would go in, but I would love to see No-Wise get dethroned as the hardest gauntlet level. And I would specifically like to see 9 Circles be put into a gauntlet. Similarly, and I'm also probably in the minority on this opinion, but I preferred not having demon difficulties, easy extremes. No, I used to think that was not the case, but no, I agree. Mainly just because I'm sick of the discourse of, like, is Accu extreme demon or insane demon? Who cares? It's still hard. You should just say, GG, you beat Accu. Good job. I fucking hate that, dude. Why would 9 Circles be in a new gauntlet? Same reason Death Moon is. It's important to the game's history, and I feel like it deserves it. Yep, okay. Let's just try to play from 0. I don't think I'll ever feel ready for this one. Yeah, that's the least shocking death. Why am I having such a hard time with that release, dude? Demon difficulties felt like training wheels are off. It's up to you to see if you're capable of tackling this level. Yeah, I mean, it's just like... The problem with demon difficulties is it discourages... Because this is something... at this point, the video is in limbo because I have to basically rewrite the entire script because a single EVW video being released made my entire script outdated because he touched on so many things I touch on in the script. So I'll just outright say it. My first properly scripted video, because I don't like scripting my videos. I like speaking off the cuff because it makes it sound more down to earth, because that's what I try to do. But my first properly scripted video was going to be a guide on how to improve at GD, because I have wildly different opinions, and I'm also not going to focus on getting to extreme demons. You know, I want to get people to the point where they can be what they want to, right? So I would cover everything. And a big thing in that video is I have a big portion of it where I talk about using practice mode to determine if you feel comfortable beating a level versus doing it based off how hard it is. Are you fucking kidding? Fuck those ground spikes, dude. Seriously? But yeah, as an example, right? I beat Cataclysm. That's still my hardest, right? And when I beat Cataclysm, my hardest was a tier 16, using GDDL tiers, yeah. It was a tier 16 Insane Demon. I think it was Poltergeist, but I don't remember. I don't know if I had beaten that yet. It was something along the lines of, like, Sharp Minor by Giron, Stalemate by Nox, or Poltergeist, like that range, right? Very beginner Insane Demon. And the thing is, I used the final straight fly in Kata, like the like really big climactic straight fly. I had a start position there, and I would like play that part, knowing that I wasn't good enough at Kata to beat it, to build consistency for easier levels with straight fly. And I had been doing this for a long time. I remember distinctly doing that to build consistency for, like, the one singular straight fly in Fire Temple, because I was that bad at straight fly. And the thing is I couldn't do a lot of the Kata straight fly, right? I could probably pass, like, one straight fly at most out of the many at the end of, like, in that section, right? Like, one humble little club step monster. You know, that's how I practiced for a while, and as I got into Insane Demons, I started to get better and better, and one day I was like, whoa, I'm pretty good at this, dual ship. Why don't I try doing it from farther back? So, you know, I went into, like, the calm piano part, I went to the beginning of that, and, I did the entire level's, ending. I did, like, the piano part to the end. And so, eventually, when I built straight fly practice, I started going from there. And I'd go further and further back until one day, I fluked, like, the ball at 30 to 100. I was like, what the fuck? And, like, that just kind of was this, like, eureka moment where I'm like, wait a minute. I think I can actually beat Kata. And so then I did. And all of that only happened because I ignored the in-game demon difficulties. I didn't give a shit that it was extreme, I just played it for fun. And, you know, you have people who rely so heavily on the in-game demon difficulties nowadays that, like, oh, okay, my hardest is an Insane Demon, and this is an entry extreme. I shouldn't go for that yet, because I need to beat harder Insane Demons first. It's like, no, if you find the level fun, fucking play it. Like, you should play it even if you cannot beat it. It's okay to do, like, really small runs for fun. Like, to build wave consistency, occasionally I'll play, like, the final wave section of Sonic Wave. Even though I'm not ready for Sonic Wave. There's nothing wrong with that. Yeah, and the thing is there's, like, nothing wrong with being... Well, there is, in the sense of, like, you should try to get out of it, but, Like, you're not doing anything wrong for being in that mindset, in the sense of, like, everyone in the community is in that mindset. It's not weird. But it's something that I want to encourage people to break out of, because, you know, when I think of how much better progression was before the demon difficulties, I think of EVW going from, like, problematic to, what was it, problematic to Jawbreaker, I think, or something like that. EVW's 9-circle progression is fucking, like, insane. Let me pull this up. I gotta remember. I have a unlisted playlist I use for this. Let me pull this up. Give me 1 second. Yeah, because I was watching through all EVW's 9 circles levels, so I put together a little playlist, but I gotta find it. Yeah, I literally called it Temp Playlist. Yeah, so look at this. This is, like, what I mean, and this is the kind of thing that would only happen because of the old demon difficulties, because things were better when you didn't know. EVW went problematic fractured circles right into Jawbreaker. There goes 9 circles, retro circles, invisible light, fairy dust, straight into Poltergeist. And then from Poltergeist, straight into Sine Waves. That doesn't happen anymore. You know what I mean? Like that does not happen anymore. And being able to do jumps like that, like, I know jumping is bad and discouraged, but if it feels natural, jumping like that is good for your progression, because you are pushing yourself. I think that's a result of there just being way more options. I mean, true, but, like, there is something to be said about, like, someone's hardest being a medium demon, and then they see that the level's hard demon, and they get discouraged, and they're like, maybe I'm not ready for that, when, in reality, they probably could have done it. All I'll say is it's okay to go off, like, the GDDL and in-game difficulties to an extent, but if you really like a level, just do a practice run, decide for yourself. Honestly, if that wasn't something I did, I probably wouldn't have beaten Reanimation as one of my first medium demons. And Reanimation is, like, my favorite, or one of my favorite levels. I also just miss the feeling of all demons feeling like a worthwhile challenge. Seeing level-rated easy demon tells my brain, well, that level would be a waste of time. Yeah, I mean, the amount of, top list players, like, people who grind, like, I'm talking about people like Zoink. People like Zoink only playing, like, the top of the demon list, and it kind of makes me sad, because I remember my favorite thing about watching Riot back in the day is that, like, one day he's beating some crazy shit like the Ultimate Phase, and then the next he's uploading Trump circles. That shit was unhinged, and I loved it. Fucking Christ, those slopes. Yeah, Frostwave, do that practice run of Windy. Even if you decide not to play it, like, just do it, you know? And if you enjoy Windy despite feeling like you're not ready to do it, make a start pause copy and just fuck around. You'll be surprised by what you can manage to do by just having fun. Yeah, every completion is like Silent Hell 500%, 5 completions in a row. It's like, bro, chill out. Have some fun. Play the daily level. You probably one attempt it anyway, so it's not taking that much of your time. Mind you, I'm talking about people like Zoink when I say that. I think that's why I have such a problem with Icon Hack, actually. Because while I'll never say that you're, like, a cheater for using Icon Hack, great, the top ground spikes again. Anyway, yeah, that's why I have such a problem with Icon Hack. It's not because I think you're a cheater if you use it. I'll never condemn it. I just think it's lame. Not that you're lame for using it. I think it's lame because Icon Hack discourages you from playing the game to try to unlock the icons. Which I know, you know, you hear that and it's like, yeah, no shit. But it's like, I don't think people understand how many levels they're missing out on by not going for, like, the moon grinding achievements or the grinding 8 or 9 star achievements and stuff like that, right? Like, I would love to see, like, a channel like Zoink do, like, a one-off video of, like, unlocking the insane achievements or something like that, and just, like, having fun playing some random bullshit. You're good to play any level you want if you can do a hard demon minimum. Kinda, yeah. I mean, hard demon is... medium demon to hard demon is such an interesting jump because, at least, I don't know about everyone else, but for me, when I was able to do medium demons as my hardest, like, medium demon being, like, you know, I was grinding bronze tier on the GDDL, or GDP, I mean, back when I still gave a shit about it, I found that it felt like a coin flip whether or not I could go for a medium demon. Like, medium demons felt like the biggest struggle in the world, and because of that, easy demons also felt difficult. But then when I started playing hard demons, medium demons felt like easy demons, and easy demons felt like, oh, I can beat every easy demon. Not a single one of these isn't doable for me. I do kind of miss struggling with easy demons a little bit, but at the same time, I don't, because I like being able to play more stuff. But yeah, the hard demon jump was interesting because the moment I started to beat hard demons, it felt like so much stuff opened up to me. IMO, you're... oh, I just read that message. My hardest is Forest Temple, and Hefo still took me multiple days. Yeah, that's completely normal. That's one thing I kind of dislike about the modern GD community, is that so many people will judge you if your hardest is hard, but you struggle with an easy demon. Like, man, your hardest is I personally get this comment a lot. Man, your hardest is Cataclysm. Why are you struggling with an easy demon? And it's like, it's still a demon. It's not like it's free. Because, like, bizarrely, and I don't know if anyone else can relate to this, but even though it was split into 5 difficulties, every demon feels like it still takes the same amount of mental effort for me. If the creator of the level is seeing this, I don't know if you're willing to update your level. But please, for the love of God, update your level and make that fucking ship transition not ass. Holy fuck, dude. I mean, like, a big thing, and this is something I've been learning being part of the Wild Seals community, honestly, but a big thing I've been starting to learn recently is the value of bad levels. Like, bad levels will get you so much better at the game for the specific reason of you encounter so much more bullshit in bad levels. Because by design, a bad level will have more weird shit in it than a good level. So if you play a level like Formula X, you're gonna get better at stuff like Frame Perfects. Like, the amount of improvement I got out of Sponge is kind of insane. Did I just go through that block? he is human. He fails plenty on easy. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the thing, is, like, if I watched, like, say, Zeronium beat, like, the Hell series or something, and he died on, Forest Temple, I'm not gonna be like, isn't your hardest list demon? I'm gonna be like, yeah, fair enough. Why the fuck are there ground spikes on the ceiling like that, dude? I'm about to actually crash out. I'm genuinely about to crash out. You can play Grief. Why are you struggling on fairy dust? Shut the fuck up. That's all I can think to say. Insert Smosh shut up clip here. Yeah, I mean, a lot of how I view it, too, can be, reflected in how I see, like, the Geode discourse right now. Like, a lot of people are mad at the game updating because they can't use Start Pause Switcher. And I see so many people being like, man, can we get Geode already? I want Start Pause Switcher. Please give me Start Pause Switcher. And I'm just kind of like, I don't really need Geode. But I can't wait for it to come back because I want my cosmetics. I think they look cool. I want to customize my wave trail again. There we go. That took long enough. Ah, man. Tengu Wind. Star Pause Switcher in vanilla would be nice. Yeah, true. Alright. That one was certainly a level. Enjoyment 50, I still agree with that. I don't know if this is a hot take, but I don't think this level has aged well. I remember when Tengu Wind came out, everyone was like, this is such a unique-looking Circles level. This looks worse than 1.9 Circles levels. I'm giving it a 4. That shit's ugly, bro. I do not like how that looks. Gameplay quality... I think gameplay in every regard is a 50 across the board. Just a flat 5 out of 10. Song rep, 70, I guess, yeah. Yeah, that was a Circles level, Kamal. That is, like, definitively considered a Circles level because it's got the pulsing and all that. Like, it's on the 9 Circles demon list, it's not an extra. I put it on the chronological 9 Circles list. Oh, by the way, yeah, I created this. This is, like, a massive archive of every single 9 Circles level. I even place unrateds. This is like a big project that I've been working on for years now. I showcase every single level on here, so, you know, if I go click on it, there's like 4K showcases of every single level. And probably the biggest thing about this is I archive the levels by downloading the song in GMD file. Like, this is a big archive. And I have a lot of fun running it. Okay, Tengu Wind, obviously 9 circles. I'm gonna give this one jank. Link to archive? Yeah, I can put it in the chat. There you go. And make sure that opens correctly because I have a weird history with Google Drive links just being fucky. There we go. But yeah, there you go. It has a badge system, and if you see a level has this little art palette symbol, it means it's an extra, which basically means I don't consider it to be a circles level, or, in other words, it's up to you if you consider it a 9 circles level. It's just included for the fuck of it, really. And some of them are just here for fun and are definitely not circles levels. Like, I put Cosmos on here because Cosmos is not a circles level, but it is a wave level with a fuck ton of pulsing, so, you know. There being an argument over whether Rearmed is a circles level, it doesn't have the pulsing, so no. I don't even think I'd put that one on as an extra, because it just, yeah. Okay, the next one is Endline. That is the next one that I have actually completed. Alright, so let's do this. Endline buff. I don't care what's in here, I'm disliking your level by default. The last thing this level needs is to not be free. This level... Oh, I'm actually intrigued because someone told me that the circles effect broke in this in 2.2 and it doesn't have a circles effect anymore. Ah, fuck. We love this riveting gameplay. This would actually be kind of interesting if the ball clicks weren't all, like, buffers. The fuck? Bro, those saw blades, what the fuck? I didn't even realize those were solid. Yeah, this level's really rough. In a way, though, kind of related to what we were saying earlier, though. Also, no, the circles effect works. It just looks like shit. But yeah, related to what we were saying earlier, though, at least this level's unique. Oh, it looks like it's not working properly here. Oh, there it is. Yeah, I mean, I can see the circles effect, but I can definitely tell it's not working correctly. Let me just practice the wave, and then this will be completely free. I just want to make sure I have it consistent. Yeah. How does this break specifically? Well, the way this effect works is those are solid lines descending off of the blocks with, I believe, move triggers, and not all of the lines are showing up. And from what I've been shown, sometimes the circles effect can just disappear entirely. This song sounds like something a Newgrounds user would upload as, like, a shitty cover of an existing song to, like, get around copyright in GD, like Skrillex GD remix. And it's like a bad remix of My Name is Skrillex. Like, here. I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. Because I swear to God, this is the same energy as, like, what is it? Actually don't remember the name of the level. If I go to, yeah, I thank God I sort everything. Yeah, Neon Cinema. It reminds me of this. Like, it really reminds me of that shit. If Carmel's still in the chat, I probably just gave them PTSD flashbacks to, like, the GD Newgrounds war of Update 2.0. Yeah, there are. Remember, I know you played this. I forget what it was called, but do you remember that one level? I think it was by, oh, fuck, who made it? I don't remember. It was, oh, I think it's deleted now. I think it was Skrillex Party. That was the name of the level. I can't remember the name of the guy who made it, but fucking Skrillex Party. Yeah, yeah, Nether. Nether is such a fucking anomaly in and of himself, dude. I'm gonna have to use your showcase, your completion, but I'm also gonna use Zobros's, and you remember why, I'm sure. So this is what the song used to sound like. Let me get to the drop. It's already great.
Oh my God.
And then the guy who made this song updated the song and changed it to this. Any Joel viewers in chat? My God. I still think the funniest thing ever is when people call me a new gen. And they call me that because my content took off in, like, the pandemic, right? But they don't know that I've been around since, like, 2.0, 1.9 in the community. I've been playing the game longer than that, but I've been around the community since, like, 1.9, 2.0. And the only reason it just took me so long to get into content is because it took me, like, 7 years to beat my first demon. But I remember. I mean, I said this in my 10-year anniversary video, but I don't remember which of the two it was. I'm pretty sure, though, my first Geometry Dash video I watched was, well, I know for a fact it was one of the EVW videos. It was EVW, I think it was EVW playing Chicken Techno or something like that. I don't remember. But it was one of the EVW videos, and then immediately after that, it was Riot beating Ice Carbon Diablo X, and then the hacked footage of Cyclic beating the light blue version of Sonic Wave. EVW's Chicken Techno video is such a relic. Ow. I found the song ID, gotta see if I have it somewhere. Oh god. I am 22, I turned 23 this year. I am old enough to consume alcoholic beverages, and I have consumed them. I don't like getting drunk. I only drink ones that I think taste good, and in, like, extreme moderation. Like, I really enjoy drinking Smirnoff Ice. That's my favorite alcoholic drink, I think. Damn it! I've heard a lot of, like, apparently, and I say this, by the way, YouTube specifically, YouTube, I am not encouraging that people do this, I am just discussing the fact that people do this. I am not encouraging it, please do not kill me. But I have heard that underage drinking is apparently, like, really common in the US, and I've always thought that was really weird because, like, I just never had the urge to. I always wanted to wait until I was old enough to drink. I don't know why. Like, I remember, when I was, like, 17 years old, I was, like, 17 years and 6 months old, someone offered me, like, a glass of wine, and I was like, nah, I'd rather wait. But apparently it's just, like, really common, and most people start drinking when they're, like, 16. And I don't know. I just didn't know that. I only found that out, like, very recently. I looked at chat and didn't click the orb. Go figure. If you're in your own home, no one cares. Yeah. If you're in the UK, you can get a drink when you're 16 with a meal at a restaurant. That's nuts. Pina coladas, those are alcoholic? Shows how little I know about this stuff. For some reason I thought pina coladas were just like a coconut smoothie. Ow. Well, there we go. Full version will coming, maybe. Thank you, Dongchi. I think I agree with Enjoyment 60, to be honest. Deco, this shit looks like ass. I'm giving it a 1. Actually, I'll give it a 2 because the effects are well made, they just don't look good. Gameplay quality, I'll give it a flat 50. Gameplay from 0, flat 50. Consistency, 100. And song rep, I don't like the song, but it uses it well. I don't know if that's a 95 or 100. I think I'd go with 95. Because 100 means that the level makes me like the song. Whatever. I already categorized this and I put it as wave and don't fall asleep. I didn't remember doing that. Yeah, 72 attempts. Alright. Alright, I think I'm gonna end stream. I am curious what's next, though. It's Hue Effect. Alright, that's a good one for the next stream. Yeah, I've been going for 2.5 hours. I think I'm gonna end stream. Might build a little bit or something, I don't know. But, yeah. Good night, everyone. It was a good stream. We made a lot of progress on the 9 Circles levels, that's for sure. Good night.